Disclaimer, this is not a do as I do video. This is a oh shit I do some stuff wrong video, and I'm going to share it with you. And don't worry too much because I'm going to the hospital this week to see the head doctor. So I've been slipping into bad habits. It's been happening probably 2 months or so since maintenance time. I started maintaining around July. I started trying things out that I have previously not been trying, and I have a bit of a problem with hobnobs. Chocolate covered hobnobs. I actually ate most of a packet the other day, in one day. Not all at once, because I can't physically do that, but every time I was having a cup of hot chocolate, which I have because I need it to perk me up and to get my fluids in, and to warm my hands because I'm freezing. Every time I have a cup of hot chocolate, I was getting a couple of hobnobs out, dipping them. And that's eating and drinking together, which is another no-no, which is the only time I do it. But for some reason I'm like, oh, it's okay, it's a hobnob, it dissolves. I'm practically eating porridge, it's healthy, all the shit you tell yourself. Hobnobs are an issue. I've tried not buying them, and then I get a little bit like, oh, it's the only treat I have. Yeah, that's my confession. Hobnobs. They're my biggest problem right now. Tend to have, I try and save them for the evening, for when I'm wanting that sweet thing, for when I'm craving a little treat and I like my last hot chocolate of the day. I will try and save them for then, but it doesn't always work. And I also try and allocate myself too. That doesn't always work either. But let's not forget I was a binge eater for a long time. And I would still be a binge eater if it wasn't for my surgery. I truly believe that. Also, sweet cravings. Hot chocolate does help. I've also been having actual chocolate. Fair enough. They are like individual buttons. Hello. I used to just sniff it. It smells so damn good. Oh, it's mine. Thief. Just ate my chocolate. Thieving fucker. I've also overindulged in that. I've tried counting out just a couple, and I basically seem to bounce at the moment from dump to dump to dump, not having a poo, dumping syndrome. So even though I know that it's going to make me feel sick and shit and awful and do hellish things to my blood sugars and my bowels, I do it anyway, which is the same headspace as binge eating disorder. You don't care about the consequences and how it makes you feel. So there is an issue at the moment. I'm struggling with food, I'll fully admit that, and I'm hoping that starting to see the head doctor for food on Thursday will help a little bit. But I know I need to have ownership of the issue. I also have had the odd packet of crisps, craving crunch. I crave sweet and I crave crunch, and they're really hard to come by without having, like, nothing else cuts it, you know? You got any tips? What do you have for sweet? What do you have for crunch? I can't tolerate like stevia or any artificial sugars. They make me feel like shit. I'm swearing a lot in this video. Sorry, ma'am. And the other thing is pastry. I love pastry. I've always loved pastry. And the children eat those sausage rolls. And then Raven might eat the sausage and leave the pastry. And I just can't handle it. I come in and I fill the pastry up with salt, because I just crave salt at the moment, and then I munch all the pastry and then I feel sick and it's high in fat. So yes, biscuits and chocolate and crisps and pastry are sneaking back into my life. It's a bit of a weird one because I'm still maintaining, probably because I'm eating high fat stuff, but I'm also having dumping syndrome every day, which is completely irresponsible of me and not good for my body. There we go. I have bad habits. I have slipped into old ways. I find maintenance a really difficult place to be. I don't know quite how to be in between actively losing weight and not stuffing my face. It messes with me noggin. So yeah, that's actually what I'm finding the hardest out of this bariatric journey so far, is how do I now live with this tool long term? Do I still get to have treats? I need to rein it in a bit. I don't know. Let me know how you do, and what you have for sweet stuff, for crunchy stuff, what you do with your cravings. Do you have this kind of stuff? Am I the only one? I doubt it. There'll probably be a few people that tell me that they religiously don't touch it because then, you know, it can go out of control, and that's where I was before, and then I tried it and that's what happened. So yes, my confession to you, I'm a hobnob-aholic.